I'm not gonna lie, it just wasn't good enough for you guys. That's all. Like, I already did that. It just wasn't good enough. And if I did it in video form, and if I said everything I said in my apology in video form, right, it also would have been torn apart as well. So it doesn't matter how I addressed it. It's never really going to be good enough. My thing is, once I do speak on a topic, it's going to be with me knowing a lot more and not being able to speak willy-nilly on it, because I think a lot of people talk about topics they don't really understand, bro. It's deeper than anything. Do you know what I mean? The question from before. Yeah, sorry, I actually got distracted. So you haven't learned anything in that time. What? Can you hear these people, guys? I'm literally talking about it and, like, look, I just want you guys to see. This is why I don't talk. Because people don't genuinely want to... No, some of you do. I'll be real. Some of you want to genuinely know. And then some of you... just, yeah, I don't know. The lives from my own home. Exactly. KD, get out my life, girl. You specifically. I can't believe you're not blocked. Girl, I can't lie. Goodbye. No, you said when you learn more about it, you'll speak on it 100%. As in, like, altogether. So there's certain topics, yeah? There's certain topics specifically, yeah? Really serious topics that I feel like people talk about willy-nilly and they don't know the ins and outs. You don't know the psychological makeup behind it. Do you get what I mean? Like, you don't really understand it. You don't know why it's happening, what caused it to happen, blah, 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 blah. All these questions are, what caused you to do this? Why are you doing this? Blah, 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 blah. Bro, I'll only be able to properly speak on it when I'm be able to properly articulate myself, you know? And that's me being real. If I can't properly articulate myself on a situation, I'm just not going to talk about it. Do you know what I mean? Joy, I hope you're okay, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Just waffle. I guess, mate. Like, also, who's nine? You can leave too. This is not tea. It's not tea. The way that certain people are talking, you'd think they care, but you don't care. Okay, so from that, how was your apology genuine when you couldn't articulate myself? Because also, at a time, yeah, if someone's addressed something you've done to them, the best thing you can do is to apologize. Do you know what I mean? Actually speaking on the topic and elaborating like you guys are demanding from me, I would never do that willy-nilly because I care about the situation. Do you get what I mean? So, yeah. It's not the same. Like, this is what I mean. Call for an apology. The apology isn't good enough. Then after, you want elaboration. You want to know every single thing I've learned in this time. But then that's also not good enough. So I'm just not going to do stuff for you guys. Like, it's never going to be for you. Ever. Do you know what I mean? When you apologize, did you mean it, or did you apologize because of the pressure? If anyone, right, gets called up for something and they're apologizing on the spot, it's also to do with pressure regardless. It has to be. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't... Like, I'm not saying I didn't mean it. I'm saying I definitely meant it, but it would be wrong of me to say it wasn't also pressure. 100%. It's come out loud. Do you know what I mean? So... This is not me, by the way. This is my moderators. I'm not... If you lot... Oh, thanks for the gifts. If you lot, yeah, are willing to have an actual convo, I'll converse with you, man. I don't mind. But I think everything else around it, yeah, and all of the actual hate... Oh, thanks for that. All the actual hate I'm receiving, yeah, I don't have to receive it. I think you man think that, like, I do have to receive it right now, like, on this live. I don't have to. how did I feel when it was all happened? I mean, like, how can you, like, I'm not gonna lie, some of these questions are just a bit weird as well. Like, it's like, I mean, it felt terrible. Like, what more would I, do you know what I mean? I'm just a bit like, you know? Also, if I know you and you're trying to troll me, grow up. Call my phone. Or come to, that question didn't make sense. It didn't really make sense, but it's whatever, bro. Most of these questions aren't making sense, but it's like, no, I don't necessarily think it's sad. I don't necessarily think it's fair to say that majority of people in this life just want to empathize with me. That's not the truth. And I guarantee after saying it out loud, people will tell you, who's we? I'm letting you know that for sure. I don't think that's true. Do you know what I mean? Has this caused you to lose income? 100%. Are you crazy? I don't even hide that. I've worked jobs in this time. And you know what? Another point to it is like, I think one reason why I can understand cancel culture is a thing of when someone does something wrong, it doesn't even matter how bad, like, it doesn't even matter how bad it's affected when it comes to the PR side, you still get opportunity. You still get opportunity regardless. So what happened was I made sure to stop that opportunity. I literally stopped it. I was like, I don't even have any time to do the opportunities that are being offered to me. Let's put that on pause and just focus on myself. That's exactly what happened. So rather than like, because it didn't have to affect, I could have pushed through all of the hate and I could have continued to still make money, but I genuinely didn't care about that. I'm not gonna lie. There comes a time, yeah, I don't know if it's because I hit 25, but there comes a time where you genuinely have to surrender to every single part of you that you maybe don't enjoy and deal with it and do stuff about it. And I think that was just my time to do it. Do you know what I mean? Move past my question. Ask the question again. Psychosis. Nah, you lot say everything's psychosis. What I will tell you is that there was a lot of mental disorders that I didn't know I had at the time. And luckily my label were able to pay for my screening to get all of the diagnoses that I need. So I have a list of diagnoses now that I know I have now, but I just didn't know I had it at the time, basically. Let me take my time when I be in life. Let me take my time. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, I don't mind talking as long as it's like this and not just hella people hating, bro. I don't need to engage if people are hating. I have put the question again. It might be a bad question because it ain't showing up. And if it ain't showing up, it means it's flagged and maybe my moderators are taking it down. Does your label still support you? I am still signed. Believe it or not. Yeah, I'm still signed. Are you comfortable with sharing your diagnosis? That's a nice question. I don't mind talking about it, to be honest. So basically, yeah, whole time I had, well, that same year everything popped off, I got diagnosed with autism and ADHD. And when I got diagnosed with both of them, it kind of like made everything make a bit more sense. Then I also got diagnosed with EUPD, which is just another form of borderline personality disorder. I can't lie, that one was a bit like, fuck's sake, because I know people in my life with BPD, and it's just finding out that I had basically another variant of that was just a shock to the system. I can't even lie. It kind of fucked my whole life up, basically. She asked what happened to me. Who? Would you ever share diagnosis? Yeah, no. Do you know what? Okay, I may have been saying like a bunch of different shit earlier, but when there's a lot of hate, it's hard. Do you know what I mean? There's bare hate. You're trying to not fumble on your words. But anyway, what I was saying earlier is that there will come a time where I'm able to fully articulate myself, not just about my situation or maybe pain I've caused, but just my life in general. I don't really understand fully what's going on up there. And even though I've been in therapy for 2 years and I feel way more regulated than I ever have in life, I'm still only just year one into understanding what BPD is, what EUPD is, what and that stands for emotionally unstable personality disorder. It's a tongue twister, but I didn't even know it existed, right? And once I know more about that and what's going on, then I'll be able to share it. Do you get what I mean? But it's just not my time to. If I'm honest, yeah, if I'm being really vulnerable right now, really honest, I took so much time away and even still continue to take time away because I don't want to take up too much space. I don't feel like I deserve to. And there'll be a lot of people that agree that I don't deserve to take up space. Do you get what I mean? Just in life, you know? I'm having to undo that and understanding that I'm meant to be alive for a reason. Do you get? You can't just like have an awful experience or do awful things and then think, yeah, like maybe I should just end my life. It's not that, you know what I mean? So yeah, let me scroll back up though, because there was bare shit. Have you had motivation to make music? Okay, cool. So this whole time I've been making music, this whole time for the past 2 years, the first project I made was just purely like, to me now, I look back at it and I listen to some songs and I cringe a bit because it's very woe is me. And it's not like woe is me as in, oh, feel sorry for me. It's just really over-explanatory, like, of what is going on. Like, I'm just talking about where I'm at in life and that's it. Which, will, you know, people will want to hear it at some point, but I just don't want to hear that right now. I want to hear about my development. I want to hear about where I'm at right now. You know, I just needed a year out. And I think the music that I was making in the first year out, it's just a bit too sad. Do you know what I mean? So, and not to like take away from the vulnerability of the music, but it's just like, now I can articulate the situation better. I'd rather make the music now, you know? So, yeah, that's basically what I got. Are you on medication? So I'm on medication. Oh, sorry, my internet is actually bad. I'm on medication for ADHD. And I can't lie, as soon as I started taking medication for ADHD, it changed my life. Like, there was just less noise, basically. Just dropped in to say I love you. You're very kind. A shout out to my son. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Love you too. I'm going to start releasing soon, that's for sure. But, yeah, man. Shout out to the new music by Babes. Always change the behavior now. Babe, if you ain't been in there for the past, I don't know, hour? I don't know what to tell you. How am I feeling emotionally? Really good. Like, you personally messaged me the question. Cool. Hey, listen, if the message ain't popping up and if it gets flagged, just message me in DM. I talk to everyone about my situation. I do. I talk to everyone. As long as you're not just trying to, do you know what I mean? Like, I really do. I don't really mind. No, babes, I haven't. I just got here. Well, then, the long and short is yes, I guess, to your question. But some questions they're a bit weird. Can't lie. But yeah, long and short is yes, basically, to your question. Other than that, though, like, I genuinely don't mind talking to people in DMs, especially when it comes to BPD, ADHD, or even anger issues in general. I have no issue saying that, yeah? Because behind the scenes, I'm actually one of my main focuses now is to work with people with anger issues, kids, young adults as well, young adults, kids with anger issues, ADHD, SEN, like just special educational needs, because there's certain things that I wasn't taught that I needed to be taught, basically. And I think if it's championed a bit more now, I'd rather at least make sure that there's people who I don't know, intervene and stop them heading down certain roads I headed down kind of thing. That's like basically what I want to do. But yeah. Did your old friends switch up? 100%. And do you hold it against them? Hell no. Like, okay, let's get into that. I don't know what a lot of my friends expected, yeah, but when a lot of my friends cut me off, I just was like, yeah, I hear it. And then there was just a bit like, but no, like I was just like, yeah, I hear it. However, what I also will say is, yeah, most of the friends I had in my life were around me for over 5 years. And I wouldn't say that necessarily, and this is not in romantic relationships, I'm talking friendships and just personal relationships in general. I wouldn't say that my behavior or attitude towards people was like necessarily pulled up that much. So it was also hard for me to be like, there was a lot of people that was like, oh yeah, I don't like this about you, that about you, this about you, that about you. And this is the first time I've ever heard them talk about stuff they didn't like about me in our like 10-year friendship. I was like, that's weird. But at the same time, I hear it. When it comes to the situation, I'm like, I hear why you don't want to be in my life, ra-ta-ta. But then all the other stuff, I was just really like, and mind you, that someone asked me about a specific content creator, if I'm still friends with her. No. The answer is no. That's what I'm going to say. The answer is no. Especially because there's also a lot of soft rekindling going on where people check up on me every like 4 months and they're like, how are you? Are you doing okay? Are you all right? Is my eye okay? It's not. There's been something in my eye this whole time. But I've just been deep in it. Deep in everything that's going on. But yeah, some people like to do soft, like, checking in. Like, they'll check in every 5 months and dip. Kind of like so that they, I think a lot of people know my resilience and a lot of people know that I will get through anything. So I think they know I'll get through this. And it's a thing of they're like, as long as I've got like a little, little reach out, then, that's safety if she ever busts his case again. Like, it's a weird one, can't lie. It's a very, very weird one. But to all the people that do the soft, trying to still be cool with me behind closed doors, but like distance online, I do look at them a bit like, because it's like, bro, I swear you're distancing from me because you don't like me. That is weird. That's very weird. Listen, if your morals are with, oh, I can't be friends with certain people like this or certain people that have this type of past, then that's that. And I've always been like, that's calm. But the checking in, like, every, 4 or 5 months is genuinely weird. That's weird. That's odd. But, it's whatever. It's whatever. That's why I'm like, bro, like, certain people, I've never, ever, ever been against people not really fucking with me. Like, I'm like, bro, you don't have to, Like, you don't have to. But I've realised a lot of people just like to make it known that they don't fuck with me on some sort of, like, moral superiority thing. But my thing is, like, I've never been against that, bro. And I fully understand it. That's what I'm like. And I think when people see me not, like, reacting to their hate, people are a bit like, what now? Shake your dreads. They ain't even shaking right now. Did they not know before it got out and then switch up? No. So one thing I can say is, me personally, this is not just for me, mind you. I'm pretty sure this is just shame in general. But if you have enough shame for something, or if you feel enough shame for something deeply, you're probably going to want to take it to the grave. That's just the truth. Do you get what I mean? Am I still friends with that one thing that has BBD? No. Anyone you ain't seen me with, not their friend. And do you know what? That's not true. Because some people you don't see me with, I might be their friend, to be honest. But, hell no. Yeah, when it comes to shame, like, bro, one thing I learned in therapy is that shame, especially crippling shame, will change you as a person. Do you get what I mean? And people you've never been deceitful towards, people you've never hid stuff from, you're going to start doing that, especially if you're so ashamed of who you were in that scenario. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's all I can put it to. They definitely did not know, because it was a thing of, bro, the shame was felt so deep that I didn't want no one to know. And that's just the truth. So, tying back into the whole, did you say sorry because it was out? No, and yeah, like, it was public because it was made public, but the apologies were already said, do you know what I mean, offline. So, yeah, it's one of them. But like I said, and like I have been doing, I've been very open and speaking on it, and I don't mind talking on it. It's just more of a thing of like, the topic is so serious, and a lot of people disguise it as, oh, we just want to hold you accountable and like be mean and pick at you for what you've done, right? Cool, that's fine. However, you can't be making jokes and stuff around it if you truly care about the situation. That doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, did your friend come to you first? Mate, that was the story as a whole. We'd love to see the growth. Yeah. That's crazy because in a way, especially with diagnosis, you guys are similar. Allow it. I don't think I was ever her friend, if I'm honest. I was using the word friend quite loosely, but yeah, it's one of them. Basically, yeah, I have not dated since. That's one thing I actually want to put out there. Not dated since, don't plan on as well. I don't even plan on it. That's something I actually want to clear up. Are you going to make more music? I've been making music, and the music is, I'm pretty sure it's coming out September. I don't want to say September, and it's not September, but I'm pretty sure it's coming out now. That's why I'm back online and stuff and shit like that. I kind of got forced into being more active, so I am. What was I saying before? I was going to make a point. Oh, it's left my head. Yeah. Like I said, I'll be open. I'll talk about shit. I don't mind. But because it's at the because the situation and the topic is at the expense of someone else, I'm gonna be a lot more considerate on talking about it. Do you get what I mean?